Welcome to part 14 of Word of Warning about what's to come. Now, this strong delusion is something y'all have to look forward to if you're going to be in the tribulation period. Certainly, many of you that think you're not going to be, you certainly are. You think you're going to be going in the rapture, and you're very dishonest with people and you lie to them. And no, see, the Lord wants us to speak truth with all men. So, yeah. Let's get right on back into this footage, shall we?
Southern Nevada is abuzz tonight with stories about the crash of an unknown object and the alleged sighting of strange creatures in the backyard of a Northwest Valley home.
So it was last night that 8 News Now investigator David Charnes reported about how Metro Police responded back on May 1st after receiving a strange call from a very frightened family. Well, our report generated a global response, and now piecing together the sequence of events has been kind of tricky, in part because the primary witnesses have been almost as elusive as the beings they say they encountered. Chief Investigator George Knapp is as perplexed as the rest of us, George.
As you know, this is not our first UFO rodeo. We first heard about the incident in early May via the Metro Police grapevine. The incident has a lot in common with other bizarre cases from around the world. An alleged crash, strange beings, and bits and pieces that don't make sense. But the police took this seriously, and so do we.
An alleged crash, but yet there's no pieces of anything anywhere.
Just before midnight on April 30th, skywatchers across several western states saw a bright fireball streak through the heavens. A police officer working in the Northwest Valley caught a glimpse of the colorful object on his body cam. At nearly the same time, a Ring camera in the area recorded a strange noise and what sounds like a crash. One family living in a ranch-style home had a much closer view of the object. Two brothers and their father were working on a vehicle in their yard when they caught a glimpse of a sparkly object as it came crashing down, then were hit by what they describe as a shockwave. One of the witnesses, a young man named Angel, has stated when the brothers looked into the yard where the object landed, that spot was obscured and blurry, as if by unknown form of camouflage. What they saw next prompted a frantic call to 911.
If it came crashing down, why didn't it? Why wasn't the crash still there when the police arrived? That's all I want to know. Well, not actually all I want to know. Where did it go? Where did the aliens go after they were supposedly spotted? And they've got a crashed spaceship. Where'd they go?
One.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
8 News Now investigators have spoken with family members multiple times in the past 4 weeks, but each of the 3 times we accepted their invitation to do an interview, they didn't answer the door or their phone. These are some of the claims they've made in other public forums. Multiple family members backed up the story in an initial police report we obtained. Angel says they heard the patter of multiple feet in the yard. They later heard footsteps on their roof. They saw one of the 8-foot-tall creatures climb behind the controls of a large front loader stored in the yard, as if trying to engage it. He got a good look at one of the creatures, he said, a greenish-grayish being with large eyes and long legs. He says he could hear its deep breaths, and when he locked eyes, he was, in essence, frozen in place, couldn't move. In the middle of the yard, where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression was left.
Hello, that loader left that circular impression. It shows where they went out there with that loader and did a circle in the yard. That's what it shows, because look at the double rings, which indicates where the wheels were. I mean, come on, really? Let's close up on that so you can see the double rings real good. See them double rings? It's because the tires was going in a circle. Yeah. That's not no alien spacecraft. Good lands almighty. But let's continue this, shall we? You gotta hear us these lies. But here's what I want to know. Officers went and they checked out the backyard, and there's body cam footage from the officers that went. Yet they don't show us the body cam footage of the backyard. Why? Why? Because they knew we would see that nothing had been there.
In the soil.
Okay, where is this on your property?
Metro sources say the police dispatcher initially wondered whether to send a crisis intervention team to help the troubled witness, but then took the incident seriously. 2 officers arrived 38 minutes after the call, and by then had heard from other officers. They proceeded cautiously and managed some nervous laughs.
I ain't dealing with that.
A few days later, the family
No, it wasn't nervous laughs. They was making fun because they didn't believe it.
says 2 Metro sergeants returned to the scene to ask follow-up questions. The family says they also saw men in suits and sunglasses driving in a car with government plates cruising slowly past the house in the following days. Nellis and Creech have denied any interest or involvement with the incident. Metro has indicated they believe the family that something crashed in their yard. But what?
Someone else has access.
If something crashed in their yard, why wasn't it still there? Why wasn't there an impact spot? Why isn't there a big crater? Boy, y'all believe anything. It's dumb. That's really dumb.
You know, you mentioned, George, in that piece that, they were frozen because so many people have been critical of, like, why didn't they get their phone out? Why didn't they shoot the video? Do we know if there's even any video of this incident?
Yes and no. So there's a surveillance camera in the backyard. The property owner keeps that because he's got a lot of expensive equipment there. What we were told is that at the moment this thing comes down and crash, this camera went out. And it was out for a couple of minutes. When it came back on,
Wow,
the object was
how
gone, but the circle
convenient.
was there. We've been told by Angel in multiple phone conversations that he shot video of the creatures. We haven't seen it, and we don't know anybody else who's seen it yet, so maybe he'll release it.
Why didn't he show the officers that footage of the creatures when they came to the house? This is all a lie. More deception. Let's get into the next footage, shall we?
2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Alright guys, so we have some breaking news updates, some very important information coming out. If you can, please share the video. And it says here, Las Vegas UFO mystery get more weird as cop install cameras at home where residents reported seeing aliens. Let's stop here for a second, guys. You see this picture on the left side? That's a camera, alright? That's not to capture aliens, or it's not even pointed up in the sky. It's just pointed down. These are the type of cameras that you see in Walmart parking lot, or Target, or Amazon facility. Yeah, there's something wrong here, guys. I don't think it's to, look for aliens. I think they're keeping an eye on the people that saw the aliens. Alright guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, guys, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Guys, I just posted a video not too long ago. In the next 48 hours, Europe could see a massive cyber event hitting the bank system. So it's very important to pray for a lot of people out there. Now, these groups are notorious for taking out, certain companies, big companies. I think they're the one that took out the pipeline from Texas to New York. The hackers, whatever their name is. So these are the same people that's coming out saying in the next 48 hours, Europe banking system will be impacted. So the link will be in the comments box. Make sure you share the video, guys. All right, so what in the world? All right, guys, I got the article and everything. Look at this camera. I mean, it's not even facing up. It's facing. Is there a possibility the alien is still in there? Man, there's something going on here, guys. There is something going on here. They got this camera literally in the backyard. I guess it's in the backyard where they supposedly the two creatures were at. All right, give me a second. Let me look at this one here really quick. Hold on, this person posted something. So
Her story keeps growing and growing. These people who supposedly saw this, their story keeps changing. Truth don't change, folks. It stays the same. Yep. Truth don't change. Truth stays the same. And this right here is just a bunch of lies. Deceptions. Kind of odd to me that the police would put a camera out there at their expense. Just saying. It's just an odd thing to happen. Think about it. And there are just more and more of these deceptions coming. But let's get into the next footage. You don't want to miss this stuff.
Kaufman World News Report today. Today is June 14th, 2023. 1:30 p.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Meet Amelia, the U.S. Navy's controversial AI tech support tool. General Dynamics Information Technology is introducing a controversial artificial intelligence known as Amelia, rendered here as part of the U.S. Navy's Enterprise Service Desk endeavor. Washington, the U.S. Navy will begin rolling out a controversial artificial intelligence program known as Amelia that is capable of troubleshooting and resolving the most commonly asked tech support questions from sailors, Marines, and civilian personnel. The full rollout, expected in August, is the latest step in the $136 million Navy Enterprise Service Desk venture meant to modernize and consolidate more than 90 IT help desks into one central node. Those 90 people will now be needed on the battlefield, I feel sure. General Dynamics Information Technology announced it was awarded the NEST Indefinite Delivery.
See you in the next footage. The next vid with more footage.